Hello everyone and welcome you all to another chapter of the MS Word Advanced tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 3 and here I'll be showing you how you can restrict editing and also secure your file with password. Okay, so we'll be learning about all of that here in this particular chapter. So let's not waste time and let's get started. So here, as you guys can see, now I am here in the home page of the MS Word. Okay, so now the first thing what I'm going to do over here is I am going to create or open up a document. Okay, so I'll come to this PC or I'll just browse that file up, go to my resource file. Okay, go to desktop, go to the advanced resource file and take this file from here. Okay, and just open up this document and I'll just enable editing here in this particular document. Okay, so suppose you want to save this particular file into your system, and what you're going to do is you are going to actually work with this particular file, and now you are going to save this thing up, and you want also want to put some other things like password, or you want to restrict. Okay, in that case, if you want to restrict this particular file, what you can do is you can come here onto the view option, or you can come to this particular review option. Okay, so from the review option here, you guys can see I do have few options right over here. Okay, so if I click onto this restrict editing options, so here you guys can see I do have different options right over here as well. Suppose if you do want to limit formatting to a selection of style, what you guys can do is you guys can come here and check out these points. Okay, so I'll be telling you guys how you can actually restrict editing. Before that, let's come here and let's try to see if you wanna put up a password. In that case, how you will be able to do that. Okay, so suppose to this particular file, what I want to do is I just want to restrict the viewers, or I want to secure this file with a particular password. Okay, so in that case, simply I just need to go onto the file option. And once you're in the file option here, you can see I do have the info option. So I'll just click on the info option. And from the info option, what I will do is I will just come right over here. So here you guys can see there is another thing which is called the protect document. Okay, so here you guys can see once I just click on this particular icon, which is there a drop down icon over here. Okay, you guys can do a lot of things right over here. Okay, so here you guys can also restrict editing, which we were looking at, but the second option you guys will choose, which is encrypt with password. Okay, so come here and click on this one and you will have a pop-up window kind of like this. So basically from here you guys can put up that particular thing. Okay, whatever password you do want to put, you guys can come here, and once you are done, you guys can click on OK. So they'll ask you to re-enter the password to confirm the password over here. So again, what I'll do is I'll click on this one. Okay, and I have just saved up the password, and now the last thing what I'm going to do is I am going to click on OK, and make sure that you remember that password or you just write it down somewhere, otherwise you will lose this particular file all in all. Okay, so I can just click on OK, and once I'm done over here, okay, I will again come here back. Okay, I need to make sure that what I do is I will just save up this file. Okay, make sure you just click onto the save up option over here, or just click on Control S from your file. Otherwise, what you can do is you can also come here in the file option and can save the file right over here. Okay, so this is how you guys will be able to encrypt this one. So now if I come here and let's come to this file option again, let's go to my advanced resource file. Now if I try to open up this file, okay, so here now I am not able to see anything right over here because they're asking me a password to open up this particular file. Okay, so in that case, again, what I'll do is I will just put on the password. Okay, ABC. see over here, and now I will just click on OK. And now here you guys can see again I'm back here at the editing page and my Word document is saved over here. Okay. So suppose there is a file you have already put on password, and now what you want to do is you just want to change it. Okay. Otherwise, instead of changing, you don't want the password again. In that case, you guys can come here onto the file option again. Go to the info page. From the info page, come here, drag and drop over here. Go to encrypt file. And from here, you can just delete this all in total and just click on OK. So now again come here and now you guys can click onto this save option, otherwise Control S from your keyboard. Now when I close this down and let's try to open this file up again. So here now they're not asking me any kind of password over here to open up this file. Okay. So this is how you will be able to put on a password into your document to save that file. Okay. Suppose there are different scenarios like in your company. Sometimes what you want to do is you are sending a particular set of files in a soft copy to another company for verification or in those cases. Okay. Sometimes it might be some deals and all. Okay. It's an agreement between you guys. Okay. In that case, what you want to do is you don't want them to actually change anything in your Word document. Okay. So that place, this particular option, restrict editing, comes into play. Okay. So here, if I click onto the restrict editing format, so here you guys can see I do have basically two options right over here, which will be working on. Okay. So here you guys can basically select limit formatting to a selection of styles. Okay. So once you click on this option, here you guys can see you have clicked on this option. And now if you come to setting, you guys can check. Okay. Basically from here, now you guys can actually see. And once you're done, you can click on OK, and you guys can click on yes over here. Okay. And now suppose you don't want this formatting restrictions. In that case, once you're done with that, you can click on the last option, which is yes, start enforcing protection. Okay. So here, once you click on this, here they'll be asking you for password. Okay. So if you want to put some password, so let me just put password over here. Okay. And again, to reconfirm, they are going to ask you for that password again. Okay. So once you give that password over here, and if you just click on OK, so here you guys can see now I do have the restrict editing mode. Okay. So now if I come here, and now if I try to change its formatting option, I will be able to do that from here. Okay. So here you guys can see this document is protected from unintentional editing. You may freely edit in this region. You may format text only with a certain styles. Okay, so from here you guys will be able to see what are the available format which you guys will be able to use. Okay, so only this kind of styles only you guys will be able to use. Okay, and more than that, right at this point you guys will be able to use that one. Okay, so now if you want to close this thing down, again come to this protection, give up the password. Okay, and after giving up the password, you guys can click on OK. So now here you guys can see I do have all these options right here as well. Okay, so I will just turn this off, and now what I want to do is I want to put on some editing restrictions. Okay, so here, if I just click allow only this type of editing in this document, okay. So if I want to do no changes, only if I want to put it in read only mode, okay. So once I have clicked on this one, and I'll just click on exceptional, select parts of the document and choose users who are allowed to freely edit them. Okay, so now I will not put any exceptions over here. Okay, so now I will start enforcing. So again, I will just put on the password right over here. Okay, so I will just put on my password again, and now I will just click on OK. So now here you guys can see that if I try to do anything right over here. Suppose if I'm trying to write this thing down, or if I'm trying to delete whatever I do have over here, here you guys can see I am trying to delete. Or if I just come here in the home page, here you guys can see all these tools which I do have for editing right over here, all those are disabled. Okay, so here you guys can see your permission. This document is protected from unintentional editing. You may only view this region. Okay, so here you guys can see I will only be able to view. Otherwise, once I share this particular file through email or anything, they will only be able to view this particular file. Okay, but not edit it anyway. Okay, so just for viewing, they will be able to view this file, but they won't be able to put on or make any kind of editing right over here. Okay, so if you come here and if you want to stop this protection, what you can do is if you share that password with them, then only they will be able to open up this particular file. Okay, so if you just click on OK, so right now, as you guys can see, now I do have the option from here. Okay, if I on both of this the same way. Okay, and there is another option like select parts of the document and choose users who are allowed to freely edit them. Okay, so here if you just choose a particular group of people, okay, so they will be able to do that. And if you want to remove all editing permission from this user, okay, you can actually remove all editing permissions from this user as well, like whoever is opening the file which you share, so they will be able to edit at all. Okay, if you do want some people to edit this thing, you guys can find next region in this user can edit, show all regions this user can edit. Okay, so there are different options which you guys can come up over here, but for now I won't restrict editing over here. Okay, so this is how you guys will be able to open up any file and also restrict editing to secure your file from any unnecessary tampering. So yeah, I hope you guys have understood this class as well, like how we'll be able to use password. If you do want that password, how we will be able to actually put off the password. And also we have learned about this option, which is the restrict editing option. We have learned about that as well. So see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone.